In your headlines, first at 9. Brawl at the NCP. No confidence motion against chairman causes havoc within provincial council. Mace goes missing.
First at 9. This is Other Derana 24/7.
Also making headlines, progress review meetings. President Maithripala Sirisena directs ministry secretaries to work jointly to achieve development aspirations. New Constitution. Prime Minister says current state of affairs conducive for progress. GMOA up in arms again. GMOA charges that taking over Neville Fernando Hospital is not a solution to the Saitam issue. Completing second review, IMF approves $167.2 million to Sri Lanka under extended fund facility. Well, we bring you the latest on the North Central Provincial Council as a no-confidence motion against the chairman of the Provincial Council was tabled, leading to a tense situation. As we bring you the developments, tonight we begin with other local news. I'm Indiva Yamuatta. President Maithripala Sirisena emphasizes the need for line ministries to work jointly in the process of national development. Addressing ministry secretaries at the Presidential Secretariat, President Maithripala Sirisena called all ministries to coordinate in order to achieve development aspirations of the people and the country.
The President further said that it is the responsibility of secretaries to all ministries to extend their fullest cooperation to achieve success of relevant projects without giving its duties only to the responsible ministry.
අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා තව සති දෙකක ඉඳලා සෑම අමාත්‍යාංශයකම ප්‍රගති සමාලෝචන රැස්වීම පවත්වන්න. ඒ නිසා තමුන්නාන්සලා ඊට සූදානම් වීම අවශ්‍යයි. 2017 වර්ෂයේ මේ වන විට මුල්‍ය හා භෞතික ප්‍රගතිය. ඊළඟට සෑම අමාත්‍යාංශයක්ම 2020 දක්වා තිබෙන ඉලක්ක සහගත සැලසුම් වැඩපිළිවෙල. මෙන්න මේ කරුණු තමා ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් අපි සාකච්ඡා කිරීමට බලාපොරොත්තු වන්නේ.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe observes that the current state of affairs in the country is conducive for the introduction of a new constitution as mutual understanding is reached among all citizens of the country. The Premier expressed these views addressing the launch of a book authored by Minister of National Coexistence, Dialogue and Official Languages, Mano Ganesan.
The book titled People of Sri Lanka was launched under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena and the Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Authored by Minister of National Coexistence, Dialogue and Official Languages, Mano Ganesan, the book discusses people and cultures of the country. The first copy of People of Sri Lanka was handed over to President Sirisena.
දේශපාලන විසඳුමේ එකමුතුකම ඇති වෙච්ච. ඒක සිදු වුණේ නැහැ. රටක් බෙදෙන අවස්ථාවේ ව්‍යවස්ථාවක් ගෙනවා කියන ප්‍රශ්න විසඳෙන්නේ නැහැ. අපිට ඉස්සෙල්ලා තිබුණේ වැටහීමක් ඇති කරලා. ඒ වැටහීම තියෙන නිසා අද අපිට පුළුවන් වෙලා අවස්ථාව ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. ව්‍යවස්ථාව ගැන වැඩ කටයුත්තක් ඉදිරියට ගෙනියන්න. දැන් යන වාතාවරණය හොඳයි, යන මාර්ගය හොඳයි. අද අපි සාකච්ඡා කරගෙන යන්නේ මේ මූලික වාර්තාව පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට ලබා දෙන්න. ඒක රට බෙදෙන වාර්තාවක් නෙමෙයි.
Meanwhile, earlier in the day, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe presided over a ceremony held at Temple Trees to hand over tractors and water bowsers to divisional secretaries representing districts of Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Putlam, Kurunagala and Gampaha. The event was organised by the Ministry of Home Affairs as part of the second phase of a programme to assist drought-stricken regions in the island.
මීට ඉස්සෙල්ලා අපි නියංගවලට මුහුණ දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒත් මේක ඒ වගේ නියංගයක්ද කියලා අපිට හිතන්න තියෙනවා. අපේ කලාපය තුල ලෝක වෙනත් කලාප තුල දේශගුණය පරිවර්තනය වීමක් සිදු වෙනවද කියලා අවධානය යොමු කරන්න තියෙනවා. අපිට හිතන්න තියෙනවා මෙහෙම දේශගුණ විපර්යාසයක් සිදු වෙනවා නම් අපේ ආර්ථිකය කොහොමද ඒකට සකස් කරගන්නේ කියලා. අපි ඒ ප්‍රශ්න වලට අවධානය යොමු වෙලා සාකච්ඡා කරගෙන යන්නේ. ඔබේ වර්තමානය ගැන හිතනකොට අලුත් පරපුරේ අනාගතය ගැන හිතන්නත් උවමනයි. ඊළඟ මාස කීපෙදී මේ නියඟය දිහා බලලා අපිට සමහර තීරණ ගන්න සිදු වෙනවා.
As a solution to the Saitam issue, although the government took over the Neville Fernando Teaching Hospital to be administered independently under a board of directors, it seems that the issue is not at rest. Government Medical Officers Association says the government taking over the Neville Fernando Teaching Hospital in Malabar has not solved the issue pertaining to Saitam. Addressing a media briefing in Colombo today, the GMOA raised concerns regarding a letter sent by the Secretary of Health to the Sri Lanka Medical Council pertaining to existing staff of the hospital. Meanwhile, the Inter-University Students' Federation engaged in yet another protest march demanding the abolishment of the South Asian Institute of Technology and Medicine.
The Inter-University Students' Federation commenced the protest march at University of Visual and Performing Arts in Colombo. Members of Medical Faculty Students Activist Committee and Inter-University Bhikkhu Federation also participated in the protest. Meanwhile, Colombo Fort Magistrate Court ruled that the protest should not inconvenience public and cause traffic congestion. The court order also forbade protesters from engaging in unauthorized intrusion into government offices. Protesters concluded the march with a public awareness rally at Fort Railway Station. Meanwhile, Government Medical Officers Association raised concerns regarding the Saitam issue.
There were several documents released today. One is sent by the Secretary of Health to the SLMC telling that there are several deficiencies in the hospital and the subordinate staff is not qualified to government service, but they are going to recruit them as several other names. As example, nursing assistant and MLT assistant like that. The Neville Fernando Teaching Hospital didn't brought up by the government because yesterday there were 3 people signing the MOU, Neville Fernando, Secretary Health, as well as the person from the Bank of Ceylon. It seems there's a lease agreement and it is benefited only to Neville Fernando but not to the public.
Moving on to other stories here at home, Foreign Minister of Singapore, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, expresses confidence that the proposed free trade agreement with Sri Lanka will be in effect by the end of this year. The Singaporean Foreign Minister is undertaking a 4-day visit in Sri Lanka with a view to strengthen bilateral ties and improve two-way investment. Earlier today, he called on President Maithripala Sirisena at the Presidential Secretariat and expressed appreciation over efforts made to strengthen reconciliation in Sri Lanka.
During the meeting with the visiting Foreign Minister of Singapore, President Maithripala Sirisena conveyed Sri Lanka's gratitude towards Singapore for assisting the island at international forums during the conflict in Sri Lanka. Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, speaking here, has said that there is immense potential in Sri Lanka now to increase investments from Singapore. President Sirisena invited Singaporean investors to consider investments in Sri Lanka in sectors such as tourism, energy, education and technology. Late in the day, Foreign Minister of Singapore, Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, met with his Sri Lankan counterpart, Ravi Karunanayaka.
I express my deep appreciation for the training opportunities offered by Singapore to Sri Lanka, public sector officials including, and the Sri Lanka Foreign Service officials through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Civil Service, College of Singapore and Temasek International. We explored the opportunities available for Singaporean investors in the ongoing mega projects in Sri Lanka, including Colombo International Financial City, Western Province Megapolis Project and the Trincomalee District Development Projects. We discussed on collaboration between the two countries in tourism development programs, including capacity building and promotional activities.
I'm encouraged to see the rapid developments in Colombo. Because of this, there is a surge of interest on the part of Singapore companies in Sri Lanka because they can see for themselves the growth potential. One component of this is the conclusion of our negotiations for a free trade agreement. We've both committed to try to complete this before the end of the year. It will be a modern, comprehensive, high-quality, ambitious free trade agreement. It'll demonstrate to the world that both of us are open for business and that we encourage foreign investments.
Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan will visit Jaffna tomorrow to donate books to the Jaffna Library and to sign an agreement to provide training facilities to staff of the library.
Meanwhile, Australian Foreign Minister Julie Bishop is expected to arrive in the island tomorrow. She will meet President Maithripala Sirisena, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and Foreign Minister Ravi Karunanayake to discuss security cooperation and to explore new economic opportunities in science, resources and energy development. In a statement to media, she mentioned, quote, President Sirisena and I will announce Australian assistance to combat dengue fever in Sri Lanka and to discuss progress on the implementation of Sri Lanka's reconciliation process, which is critical to its long-term security and prosperity, unquote. And to tonight's top story, a brawl erupted in the North Central Provincial Council today following a debate pertaining to a no-confidence motion against the chairman of the North Central Province.
The opposition of the North Central Provincial Council attempted to table a no-confidence motion against the chairman, T.M.R. Siripala, on the 13th of this month. The opposition said it was against the council's tradition to request the governor to remove Peshala Jayaratne from his post. However, the chairman adjourned the session, stating that the no-confidence motion was not included in the council's agenda. Accordingly, the debate in question was included in today's agenda and former Provincial Council Minister H.B. Semasinghe raised a privileges issue pertaining to the debate. Semasinghe highlighted that a discussion must be held with the chairman first if a debate regarding the motion was to be included in the agenda. He pointed that this debate, however, has been included into the agenda only after a discussion with the Chief Secretary, which resulted in a violation of the Constitution. Following the privileges issue, opposition leader Anil Ratnayake said there should not be an issue as the debate had gained a vote by a majority. The heated debate that followed afterwards grew into a brawl within the council house. The mace was also damaged during the scuffle. Following the tense situation, the session was adjourned until 2 this afternoon. Meanwhile, organizing a media briefing, the opposition members claimed that the mace was taken by a group of strangers. However, after requesting police to be deployed at the location, the chairman later said it was him who had taken the mace from the house for its protection. The mace was still missing when members of Provincial Council were to reconvene the session. In this backdrop, another brawl erupted as police and members of the opposition attempted to check the office of the chairman. Finally, the session was reconvened after members of the opposition were able to find parts of the mace which were hidden away at 2 separate locations. Members representing the government still obstructed the proceedings. Overcoming obstructions and objections, the Provincial Council was able to pass the no confidence motion. Provincial Council member representing the opposition, D.M. Amaratunga, was elected as the new chairman of the North Central Provincial Council today. The newly appointed chairman then adjourned the council until 8th of August. Later, former chairman T.M.R. Siripala was welcomed by his supporters at the premises. Meanwhile, Amaratunga was officially sworn in as the chairman before the governor P.B. Dissanayake today.
Still in local news, Mao Bima Venu and Ranaviru organisation alleges that the failure of arresting former Navy Commander Admiral Vasantha Karanagada's Chief Security Officer Lieutenant Commander Sampath Munasinghe for the involvement in wartime disappearances is a cause for suspicion. Convening a media briefing today, convener of the organisation, Major Ajit Prasanna, expressed these views.
අපරාධ පරීක්ෂණ දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව කොටුව මහේසාත් අධිකරණයේ පවරා ඇති නඩුවේ අංක 1 සැකකරුවා සම්පත් මුණසිංහ ඒවි සම්පත් කියන පුද්ගලයා හිටපු නාවික හමුදාපති කරන්නාගොඩ මැතිතුමාගේ පුද්ගලික ආරක්ෂක නිලධාරී. දැන් ඔය අතුරුදහන් වූ පුද්ගලයින්ගේ ඥාතීන් පැමිණිලි කරේ සම්පත් මුණසිංහ තමයි මගේ පුතාව පැහැරගත්තේ කියලා එහෙම කීප දෙනෙක්ම පැමිණිලි කළා තිබෙනවා. මේ ගැන විමර්ශන කටයුතු කරගෙන යන අතර වාරේ නේවි සම්පත් නාවික හමුදාවෙන් පැනලා යනවා. මේක ආරංචි වෙනවා කරන්නාගොඩ මැතිතුමාට. එතුමා කියනවා වහාම නාවික හමුදාවට කියනවා පොලිස්පතිතුමාට දැනුම් දෙනවා මේ සම්බන්ධව පරීක්ෂණයක් කරන්න. එතකොට ඒකේ මුල්ම අංකය වෙන්නේ සම්පත් මුණසිංහගේ නිලධාරී නිවාසයේ ඔහුගේ කාමරය ඒ දොර බලෙන් කඩලා ඒකෙදි 450කට ආසන්න ප්‍රමාණයක් වෙඩි උණ්ඩ අහුවෙනවා. අතුරුදහන් වෙච්ච 11 දෙනාගෙන් 4 දෙනෙක්ගේ හැඳුනුම්පත් හම්බ වෙනවා. ඊට අමතරව එක්කෙනෙක්ගේ පාස්පෝර්ට් එක හම්බ වෙනවා. දැන් අපිට තියෙන ගැටලුව තමයි නීතිඥයෝ විදිහට අතුරුදහන් වූ පුද්ගලයන්ගේ ඩෙන්ටිටි කාඩ් 4ක් ගමන් බලපත්‍රයක් එක්ක අත්අඩංගුවට ගත්ත සම්පත් මුණසිංහට මිනීමැරුම් චෝදනා නැහැ, පැහැර ගැනීම චෝදනා නැහැ. ඇයි මේ රටේ රහස් පොලිසිය සම්පත් මුණසිංහට එක විදිහකට විතරක් කටයුතු කරන්නේ?
Deputy Minister of National Policies and Economic Affairs, Dr. Harsha De Silva, hints on positive measures by the government pertaining to internet and data charges. Speaking at the launch of the website iVoice, Dr. Harsha De Silva pointed out that the proper use of social media will add significant value to youth development.
www.ivoice.lk website launched by Sri Lanka Development Journalists Forum and United Nations Population Fund is a digital content platform that promotes evidence-based community-driven journalism on social issues relating to women, youth, elderly and the community. Deputy Minister of National Policies and Economic Affairs, Dr. Harsha De Silva, was the chief guest at the event.
You have to be brave as a politician to be able to be criticized about what you are doing. And that is what creates the imagination of young people run riot. And that is how you find solutions. සමාජ මාධ්‍ය අපිව රජයට ගෙනාව වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. සමාජ මාධ්‍ය අපිව රජයෙන් ගෙදර ඇරියා වෙන්නත් ඉඩ තියෙනවා. අපි මේව වහලා දානවද? අපි මේවට ලයිසන් කරනවද? එහෙම හරියන්නේ නැහැ. සමහර ලාවට රජයට සමහරු දොස් කියනවා සීමා කරන්නද මේ දත්ත වලට මෙච්චර බදු දාලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා හෙට අනිද්දාම මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් සුබ ආරංචියක් රටේ ලොකු තැන් වලින් ඔබ සියලු දෙනාට ඇහෙයි කියලා.
We take a look at other news from across Sri Lanka now.
Naval personnel attached to the North Central Naval Command apprehended 3 fishermen for engaging in illegal fishing in the seas of Nachikuda. Along with the suspects, 2 dinghies, a traditional boat and 6 illegal fishing nets were also taken into naval custody. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board announces that an 8-hour interruption to water supply will be imposed from 9 p.m. on Thursday to 5 a.m. on Friday in several areas, including Dehiwala, Mount Lavinia, Nuyegoda and parts of Colombo South. The areas of Dehiwala, Mount Lavinia, Ratmalana, Soisapura, Attidiya, Kaduwana, Papiliana, Bellantota, Nadimala, Kalubovila, Nuyegoda and Kohuwala will be affected by the water cut. Water supply to Vallavatta, Pamankada and other parts of Colombo South will also be interrupted due to urgent repairs. A group of sugarcane farmers filed a complaint at the Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission today, stating that the Savanagala Lanka Sugar Company Limited has failed to provide benefits to its farmers. They claim that due to the decrease in annual earnings between 2013 and 2015, the Savanagala Lanka Sugar Company Limited took a decision to not provide financial benefit for 225 farmers for the year 2016. Around 60 individuals who lost their property owing to a road widening in Suryawava Hambantota engaged in a hunger strike at the entrance to the Southern Expressway in Nambadagaswava last evening. Protesters charged that the government is yet to provide compensation to the affected. When Ada Derana inquired the matter from District Secretary of Hambantota, W.H. Karunaratne, he said that immediate steps will be taken to compensate the affected. Secretary of the Chavakatcheri Pradeshia Sabha in Jaffna had filed a petition at Chavakatcheri Magistrates Court requesting the halt of construction of a stupa at the Samidhi Sumana Viharaya in Navakulya in Jaffna. The Secretary of the Pradeshia Sabha said that prior approval was not granted for the construction. However, the magistrate ordered to continue construction work on the stupa.
The Executive Board of the IMF completed the second review of Sri Lanka's economic performance under the program supported by a 3-year and extended fund facility arrangement yesterday. Completion of the review enables the disbursement of $167.2 million, bringing total disbursements under the arrangement to $501.5 million. The government's reform program supported by the IMF aims to reduce the fiscal deficit, rebuild foreign exchange reserves and introduce a simpler, more equitable tax system to restore macroeconomic stability and promote inclusive growth. The IMF also welcomed the new Inland Revenue Act, adding that it will support fiscal consolidation, make the tax system more efficient and equitable, and generate resources for social and development programs. And Dominda Ratnayaka was appointed as the chairman of the Board of Investment of Sri Lanka by President Maithripala Sirisena today. His appointment follows the resignation of Attorney-at-Law Upul Jayasuriya from the post last week. Domindra Ratnayaka was a former director of the BOI. Meanwhile, 2 new directors have also been appointed to the Board of Investment. They are Ajit Gunawardana and Mangala PB Yapa. We now take a look at the daily market update with Imeshu Fernando from the Colombo Stock Exchange.
The benchmark all-share price index lost 6.03 points to close at 6,735.04, while the S&P Sri Lanka 20 index lost 7.28 points to close at 3,874.86. The turnover was 1.2 billion rupees with 50.5 million shares changing hands in 3,949 trades. The market capitalization at the end of the day was 3,054.23 billion rupees. Top 5 gainers of the day were PC House, Equity 2, Central Investments and Finance, Amanata Kaful and Hikkaduwa Beach Resorts, while the top 5 losers were SNB Leasing, Selinco Insurance, Anilana Hotels, Lanka Aluminium and Singha Hospitals. Today's foreign purchases were 868.75 million rupees and foreign sales were 209.86 million rupees. There were 11 crossings today and the crossings turnover was 909.22 million rupees.
In sports, we have developments of a controversial topic. President of Sri Lanka Cricket, Thalanga Sumathipala, requests Minister Arjuna Ranatunga and former Sri Lanka cricketer Kumar Sangakkara to stop accusing one another in public and to lodge a complaint in written if they have any information regarding matches. Giving a statement to Ada Derana, he further commented on the matter.
Former captain Kumar Sangakkara recently made a statement and requested to conduct an investigation on the hand behind the agenda to send the Sri Lankan team to Pakistan in 2009. In response, Minister Arjuna Ranatunga said that an inquiry should be held regarding the 2011 defeat in the World Cup. Yesterday, former Minister of Sports Mahindananda Alutgamage also stated that an investigation should be conducted on the defeat of the earlier World Cup matches. Ada Derana also inquired the President of Sri Lanka Cricket Tilanga Sumatipala on his views pertaining to the matter.
මේ ප්‍රසිද්ධියේ මේ නායකයින් හිටපු නායකයින් එකිනෙකා ගැන කතා කිරීම සහ කරුණු ඉදිරිපත් කිරීමෙන් විශාල හානියක් ක්‍රීඩාවේ කීර්තිනාමයට. දැන් මම ඉල්ලීමක් කරනවා දෙන්නාගෙන්ම කරුණා කළා යම්කිසි කරුණක් වෙන අපිට ලිඛිතව ඉදිරිපත් කරන අපේ ක්‍රීඩා අමාත්‍යාංශය හෝ ඒ අදාළ ආයතනත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරලා ඒ ඉදිරියට පරීක්ෂණයක් අවශ්‍ය නම් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ගරු ඇමතුවරයා හැටියට මහින්දානන්ද අලුත්ගමගේ ඇමතුමා අවුරුදු 4ක් මේ තරඟාවලියේ අවසාන තරඟෙන් පස්සේ හිටියා. එතුමාට පහසුවෙන් මාස 6ක් අවුරුද්දක් ඇතුළත මේ දේ 2012 2013 කරන්න තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ නැහැ එතුමාට අවුරුදු 4ක් තිස්සේ මේ පරීක්ෂණය කරගන්න බැරි වුණා. ඉතින් මේකෙන් කිසිම ප්‍රයෝජනයක් මේ කාටවත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හානියක් විතරයි ලංකාවේ ක්‍රිකට් ක්‍රීඩාවට සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ.
After a disappointing ODI series against Zimbabwe, Sri Lanka today bounced back to register a win in the one-off test against the visitors, putting up a record for the highest run chased by Sri Lanka in a test match. Sri Lanka chased down 388 run target to beat Zimbabwe by 4 wickets at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo, ending the test in its 4th day.
With Zimbabwe setting a record 388 run target at the end of their second innings, Sri Lanka remained calm as they chased the target on the 4th day of the test today. Earlier in the day, Kusal Mendis was dismissed for 66 while Angelo Matthews dismissed for 25 runs. Putting up a partnership, Niroshan Dikwala and Asela Gunaratne had a brilliant batting stand. Dikwala fell short of a well-deserved century, but Gunaratne stood till the end with an 80 off 151 balls. Graham Creamer was the pick of the bowlers for Zimbabwe for his 4 wickets in the Sri Lankan second inning. Rangana Herath was the star performer of the entire test with 11 wickets in both innings. The match becomes the highest run chase by Sri Lanka in a test match and the 5th highest chase in test cricket.
In Asia, and what a great test match this has been.
Meanwhile, after the match, Sri Lanka test skipper Dinesh Chandimal addressed the media.
තරඟේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න අපිට ලෙහෙසි වුණේ නැහැ. නමුත් මම හිතන්නේ කණ්ඩායමක් විදියට අවසානයේ ඉලක්කය වුණේ මේ තරඟේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක. සිම්බාබ්වේ කණ්ඩායම සෑහෙන හොඳයි. ඒගොල්ලෝ ලේසි නෑ පරාජය කරන්න. මේක ලොකු වාසිදායක පැත්තක් මට කණ්ඩායම ඉදිරියට රැගෙන යද්දී ඒ වගකීම සියලුම ක්‍රීඩකයන් අරගෙන ක්‍රීඩා කරා.
Before we end, we quickly take a look at your international story. Republicans in the US Congress were in chaos over healthcare legislation in their campaign to repeal and replace Obamacare after a second attempt to pass their healthcare bill in the Senate collapsed yesterday. 2 more Republican senators said they opposed their party's proposed bill, making it impossible to pass in its current form, further delaying one of President Donald Trump's key campaign pledges. Let's now cross over to Ada Derana's Katrina Chang, who's at the Weather Center with your forecast for the next 24 hours.
A very good evening and welcome to the Weather Centre. Now we can expect temperatures to vary between 27 and 34 degrees Celsius over the next 24 hours in key cities across the island. We can also expect a formation of a low pressure zone, particularly in the western as well as the Sabaragamu area. Now this could bring about showers over the course of the day. Meanwhile, light showers can be expected over Mannar, Putlam and Valnia towards the northern part of the island, while Colombo, Galle and Kandy can expect some heavy showers. It's now time to take a look at the city-by-city forecast.
And that's all on your prime time news first at 9. But before we go, we'd like to leave you with visuals from Mimure, a remote village in Sri Lanka nestled in the Kandy district. Surrounded by forests, Mimure is a popular destination for local as well as foreign tourists due to its untouched natural beauty, wildlife and the peaceful coexistence between humans and nature. We leave you with these visuals. Have a pleasant evening. Stay safe. Good night.
Bringing you the news and information 24 hours a day. This is Sri Lanka's premier news channel, Derana 24/7.